All right. So let's get right into it. This has been a pretty interesting day. The Leafs are cooking here. Okay, so a bunch of different things coming out. So I never know what to think with this stuff. So they signed Nick Robertson to a contract. Finally, they get that done, as they should. And I'm like, okay, last night Robertson apparently talked to Frank Cervelli, the coach, chief, and apparently it was like, okay, they're going to get a deal done. He's going to get an opportunity, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like, okay, fair enough. No, that makes sense. It makes sense to put that player and get him in the lineup. He's a young player. He's a good asset. You don't want to just get rid of him. You never know what to think with this stuff. So it's almost like insiders have half information, but they don't have the full information, because apparently, actually, he's more likely to be traded. So there's probably actually a trade coming up here between Nick Robertson and another asset, perhaps. We don't know. Toronto is cooking currently, though, about something. But the expectation is that Max Pacioretty is going to be a Maple Leaf. Now, I don't hate this completely, but there absolutely is criticism for this deal. There's no doubt about that. Max Pacioretty is a player that is okay, but he certainly does have his own flaws, if you understand what I mean. Certainly a pretty decent shooting threat. Struggles defensively and with turnovers and things like that. He's still pretty good even strength offensively, but it is sounding like he is going to become a Leaf. That seems solidified, but the Leafs just have to possibly make another trade to work through cap space. So we're all just at this point waiting through a trade, right? We don't know exactly what that's going to be, but that looks like that's what's going to happen. But it does make sense, though, that they re-signed Nick Robertson. Like, that makes a lot more sense to me. Apparently, Pagnotta is saying, hey, listen, it's still much more likely that Robertson gets traded than anything else, because it's a lot easier to trade an asset that's already signed than otherwise. That makes sense, but that's so weird, though, because it flies in the face of what Darren Drager said the other day, of saying, hey, listen, they want to get it figured out. He's going to get an opportunity with the Leafs, and I'm like, So wait, he's not going to work it out with the Leafs then, right? Like, this is all kind of confusing. You're getting two different types of information, but I just wanted to jump on really quickly and make this video. Obviously, I'm going to have to make another video about whatever trade the Leafs are going to make. I will say one thing, though. When the Leafs make this trade, I really, really, really hope that they can get a young asset back that's similar to a Nick Robertson or a draft pick or something like that. It has to be a fair trade, in my opinion. Some people are saying, no, there's not enough interest in Nick Robertson and this and that, and I'm like, I don't know, man. So I'm just going to touch, obviously, on Max Pacioretty for a little bit here, because Max Pacioretty is absolutely going to be a Maple Leaf this year. At least that's what it looks like right now, due to reporting. I'm not totally against this. I think that this is fine. There's criticisms of it. I mean, he's like a 35-year-old winger. He has his own issues. He still is offensively pretty talented. But he is what he is at this point, right? But maybe he could recapture his old spark, if you understand what I mean. Maybe he could get it going. I mean, he could definitely play third line. A bit of a slow skater, you know what I mean? Not much of a speed threat, which certainly is an issue. I don't know, man. There's some criticism of this one for sure, but they needed some guy to replace some offense for the Maple Leafs, and it's not necessarily that bad of a deal, because let's say he is healthy this season, he scores 45 points. That's fine. You know what I mean? That's actually completely fine. But yeah, there is criticism of this. So just to follow up on the trade not the trade overall, so we are looking at Nick Robertson re-signing 1-year deal, but it is looking like the Leafs are moving towards a trade. It sounds like it's going to center around Nick Robertson to me, which is confusing for the information that we heard before. Another one, Max Pacioretty is going to be a Maple Leaf. Apparently he's going to sign a PTO, but he will end up signing once the Leafs get their contract situation under control. So that is what it is. And right now we are just simply waiting. We are just waiting for confirmation of whatever trade the Leafs are figuring out right now. So I'm going to leave the video right there. I'm probably going to be making another video. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys.